Hello! Welcome back to Let's Play Brogue. Today, I want to try to play the weekend contest. It is Saturday, November 17th. Weekend. What weekend is it? Let me look that up. Okay. Look on the Brogue forum, subreddit, weekend contest number 350, seed, oh, I can't copy and paste from there because Reddit is retarded, 737 203 775. And it should look like that. And it does. Good. Let's see how this goes. A war axe. Promising. Not my favorite weapon in this version of Brogue, but nonetheless a quite solid option. Definitely can base a build off of that. Assuming it's not like, you know, a -3 war axe of plenty or something. There's always that, you know. That is numerically not a very big haul for the first level. 4 objects. I think that's the minimum. But I don't see any obvious places on this level where there's a lot of room for another room. I mean, up north there, I guess you could fit one there. But it would be small. A couple other places where you theoretically could fit one, but it'd be tight. Sword, not as good as a war axe because it's a lighter weight weapon, but because it's a lighter weight weapon, would be possible to use without putting enchants into as an interim weapon. Temporarily, if I happen to identify potions of strength pretty early, and detect magic, which sometimes happens. Those are both fairly common potions. Well, strength is metered, so you tend to get it pretty early, and detect magic is common enough that in some games you get it quite early, and then other times you don't get it for, like, 1,000 years, but by 1,000 years, I mean, 40 minutes, because this is Brogue, and a game does not last 1,000 years. Brogue is really designed to be played in a single sitting. A whole game, all the way through, start to finish, until Ascension or Death. Whichever comes first, usually Death. In a single sitting, which is almost unique among roguelike games. I think there might be some others that are like that, but they're more obscure ones. the major roguelikes, the hacks and the bans and so on, are all definitely not in that category. They take much longer. I mean, there are people who can play a game of NetHack in a single sitting. Adion, for instance, can do a speed run in a little over an hour, but that's insane. I'm going to go ahead and test that ring, Amethyst Ring. It's risky, but the potential rewards are also high for getting it identified early. I'm going to die. Simply because I didn't handle that jelly well. Alright, let's retreat upstairs and... Oh, there's a door I didn't even go through. I'm an idiot. I think I want to do this. It's risky because I can run into a pack of jackals or something. But... Oh, what just happened? I think the game just crashed when I hit that pink jelly. Well, that's interesting. Let's actually try to open game and see if it will restore me back where I was. 2 turns earlier. Okay. Alright. A repeatable crash. Let's see if loading it up is repeatable. Okay. We're going to go over here instead. Huh. I wonder if hitting the jelly at all is going to make it crash every time. Throw a dart at it. That also is causing a crash. Well, I think that's going to about shoot my game. Let me make a copy of that save before I do anything with it. Wait. Okay. That's the directory it's actually in. My apologies for this. What is the save game extension? There we go. Brogue save. I want to hang on to that for bug reproduction purposes in case it can help figure out what's causing the bug. Maybe I can run it in debugger and some things later, off camera, obviously. Because that's a very repeatable. The question is, though, do I have any way to get rid of... Okay, I'm on level 1, so there's not going to be any more retreating upstairs shenanigans. If I can find a loop, I could retreat back downstairs, but that can't go on forever. And there are no loops on this level. However, my health is getting pretty decent. So there's that. But as soon as I hit the jelly, I'm really curious now. I can hit the other monster, the rat or the jackal. Don't suppose there's any way to just get away from this jelly. Darkness. That's really not helping. I could try to play the entire game tailed by a jelly I can't hit, but that seems like too much of a challenge for me at my skill level. Traps I could lead the jelly onto? I mean, what are my options here? There really aren't a lot of them. The water, of course. I'm an idiot. Why didn't I think of it before? Got it. Okay, let's go. Spent a little food there, but it was worth it to get rid of that jelly, right? Okay. Now, if the next jelly that comes along does the same thing, I'll probably have to give up on the game, because, yeah, if I can't hit jellies at all, that's going to be a problem. But if it was just that one, for some reason, we'll proceed as if it didn't happen now. Okay, no vent, so it's not the paralysis and rat trap. I don't think it's the pool and eels trap either. It's probably collapsing ground. Alright, let's go ahead and grab it. Yep, it's collapsing ground. And yeah, I'm done. Okay. Okay, good. Alright, I've already been down there. It's the other place I haven't been, over to the west of there. Oh, it's the other... One of the other... Oh, there's several locked doors on this level. It's one of the other ones. Okay, we'll go back around then. Maybe it's this one. Nope. It's always the last one you try, right? +1 negation charm. So there's something I want to negate. It is awfully tempting. Let's take the leather armor. What I'm thinking is, if I don't get magic detection in a reasonable time frame, or if I do get it and the war axe is negative, I can come back up here, negate the war axe, and then take the key. So I'm going to take the leather for now, or keep the leather if it's good. Switch back to it. So I'm going to take the leather for now, wear it for a bit, so it identifies. Is this where I find out whether I'm allowed to hit jellies at all this game? Okay, it was just that one jelly. That was interesting. I'm gonna die. I don't want to die. Okay, good. My ring is wisdom. Amazingly, those jackals didn't notice me. That surprised me, actually. I was stationary, that helped. But I thought they would anyway. Oh well. It worked in my favor. Okay. Might as well kill him. Although my weapon is known +0, so... there's no real reason to, but... jackals are so fast. The way Brogue's speed system works, I don't know if it's possible for a monster to be faster than you without being literally twice as fast as you. NetHack has a lot more granularity on monster speeds, which I like. So that there are, for example, foxes are an early game monster that's dangerous because it's faster than the player, but it's not like fast as a jackal or wraith in Brogue. It's not like that. You can't outrun it, but it doesn't come out of nowhere from 6 rooms away, and yeah. It's only a little faster than you, so if it's halfway across the room, it takes several turns to get caught up with you if you're running away from it. Whereas later in the game, NetHack does have monsters that are quite a lot faster than you. Air elementals, for example, are insanely fast. So it's got that higher degree of granularity, which I quite appreciate. I will say this, though. Brogue gets a lot of mileage out of its monsters. It doesn't have a lot of fat. Okay, the monkey's going to steal something, and I'm going to just let him. He stole 5 darts, because I have to not die here. And hopefully I will be able to recover those 5 darts by finding the monkey at some point. But It was more important to not die. Is that the same monkey? It was. Okay. So I got most of my darts back. That's good. Although that only brings my total up to 7. That's scary. This early in the game to be down to 7 darts. That means ranged attacks are going to be a problem for me. Unless I find a good one somewhere or a reusable one somewhere. Some javelins, a firebolt or lightning staff, something. Conjuration, something. Because those 7 darts won't last all game. Now there's a staff. Let's get that and see what that is. Oh, I have to identify something. Might as well go in here. Okay, the leather armor. I have 4 scrolls. I should at least identify the brown potion since I have 2 of it. Let's see if that's ID. Okay, this vault isn't as awesome. It's got some things, but... Okay, my existing ring is wisdom. If I take light or awareness, I've got wisdom and light or wisdom and awareness. The banded mail I can't use for a while yet. But it would only be, not counting the +0 leather armors that I have, it would be only my second potential upgrade, because I've got 1 chainmail that I haven't tried and don't know anything about. So the banded mail is an option. The spear, unless it's runic, I don't want it, but it would be safe to use now, wouldn't it? Didn't I hit strength a couple times already? Yes. Let's take the spear for now. The banded mail. Awareness. Light. Beckoning is so situational I can't see taking it from the vault. It has some really neat uses, but... And the Staff of Healing, you have to want an ally build. And then the game has to give you an ally build. And I'm going to just say no to that. Okay. I'm going to go over here. Oh, no, not there. Here. And throw my sword to there, so it's closer to the downstairs. Because I can't use the sword right now, I'm going to use the spear for the time being. The dagger I don't need, and that'll let me pick up this potion. Now that gives me 2 potions that I need to identify because they're duplicates. On the principle that I might get Detect Magic, I should go down and do it on the next level if possible. Okay, let all that stuff go away. Let's make sure I've got another outlet here. Chilies are so much less dangerous when you have a spear and hitting them doesn't crash the game. Okay, here's a good space to identify my duplicate potions. Boom! Detect Magic! Alright, that is good. Let's switch to the chainmail then. We're going to return the leather. We don't need... The leather is from which level? Level 3. We don't need to negate the War Axe because it's +0. Okay. I'm hitting the food a little hard this game compared to my usual, but it's not going to be a problem. It is so rare for me to die of food issues in this game that I'm really not going to worry about it. Nothing I'm carrying needs to be negated at this time. So let's go here. Guaranteeing, of course, that... Oh no, that key actually did open that. I thought I was going to guarantee that the key wouldn't open it. It would be for the other one. Okay. Clairvoyance is nice to have. But unless it's like +6, it's not game-changing. But it is nice. It's awfully nice. Unless the scale mail is runic, I'd rather keep what I've got. So it's between the clairvoyance and the key, really. What do you think is in that other vault? I'm going to kick myself if I don't find out. Because clairvoyance is good and useful, but it's not super strong. There are a lot of stronger things than clairvoyance that might come out of a vault. Okay. How do I get that? Yeah. Okay. What do you mean I don't have the key? Oh, I picked up the clairvoyance. Ha! I just picked up the wrong thing. I am an idiot. Okay. Back over here. That eel is really a nuisance. Okay. Alright. Drop the clairvoyance. The key is what I want. I may regret it, because this third vault may have nothing useful. And then I'll wish I had the clairvoyance. But like I said, the clairvoyance isn't strong, it's just useful. Okay, let's find out how much the lightning is. It's only /2. Give me the poison. Poison has an important tactical use. You can use it to either damage or just plain wake up a monster without alerting it to your presence. The latter, waking a monster up without alerting it to your presence, can be strategically very, very important because you can get a monster to wander away from whatever it was sleeping near. And thus engage it on tactically better terms, or not at all, in some cases. Go ahead and pick up that sword, unless it's of known +0, but no, it's not. It didn't get magic detected because it was like off level or whatever. Here's where I'm glad I took the spear, because I'm seeing vampire bats. And with the starting dagger, vampire bats are absolutely intractable. Although, the staves I have might have enabled me to do something. By the way, let's identify that willow staff. Oh, tunneling. That's useful. Wouldn't have done anything against the vampire bats, but it's useful. Good to have. A war pike. I'm going to drop the +0 war axe, pick up the +0 war pike. That's better in version 1.7.5, in my opinion. They each have their merits, but in my opinion, the war pike is the better option overall in this version. 2 versions ago, the reverse was true. The war axe was much better in 1.7.3. But between the AI changes in 1.7.4 and the straight-up buffs to spears and pikes in 1.7.5, the war pike is now my favorite weapon of all the weapons in the game. Barring something like a rapier of force, which is really cool, or, like that. But, barring runics. And a runic war pike is not to be taken lightly, although I don't think there is such a thing. Whip of Force is decent. Whip of Paralysis is decent. Rapier of Force. Yeah. Okay, I gotta identify a thing. Shall we commit to the war pike? I think I can let the spear go. Stick with the spear for a little bit longer here. But I'm not sure I really want to, because the war pike is like the best thing in the game. It's +0, but am I really going to find a +3 war pike? I think I'm going to commit to the war pike. Alright, so those 4 scrolls, those are going to be my enchantment scrolls. Yep. I now have a +4 war pike. Actually, I should keep the spear for a little longer in case of centipede attacks. The sword, unless it's like a sword of dragon slaying or something, I don't care. Fireborn slaying, tentacle horror slaying, like that. Let's just explore from here. Shall I tunnel here? I need to find out how enchanted the tunneling is anyway. Okay. That strength potion puts me 1 step closer to being able to jettison the spear. I've got room for 4 more items right now. By the time I have inventory problems again, I'll probably be ready to let go of the spear. Probably. What's that? Oh. Turret. Kill it. I think that's all just empty up there. No stuff, no loot. Potion of life. Nice to have. Forgotten that I had that identified. Probably would have died by now if I hadn't. Do I want to hit that duplicate positive scroll? That's probably identify. And so no, I don't want to hit it right now. By the way, do I need that leather armor? No, I don't. I've got the chainmail. Retreat to the bottleneck. So only one of them can hit me at a time. Bats aren't really going to be a big problem at this point, not with my +4 war pike. But there's no sense giving them an advantage, or giving up an advantage for myself, unnecessarily. I do have some food, okay. Alright, Acid Mound. Let's test some of the scrolls. Ooh, that was Protect Armor, and I have a duplicate of it. That's nice. That means if I find other better armor later, I can still switch to it, and don't have to keep the chainmail. That removes the incentive to not go ahead and test scrolls, really. I mean, it'd be nice if I have a scroll of Identify to keep it, because I might find something I really want to identify after a bit. But it's not critical. I can identify the Staff of Poison. That's worth doing. So let's go ahead and identify my scrolls. And we'll... yeah, identify the Staff of Poison. Okay, those two scrolls aren't Beatitude checked yet. Oh boy. Good, the ogre didn't follow me in here, because I didn't want to face an ogre. Go ahead and eat. Didn't want to face an ogre with my weapon unequipped after dealing with an acid mound and possibly getting beat up a little bit by it, although that didn't go too badly. This is early days for facing an ogre yet. I can probably kill it, but it's not trivial. +4 war pike will take several hits, potentially, to kill an ogre, and they can do a lot of damage in that amount of time. A potion of life. Hate having to use it that way, but when you're gonna die, you do what you gotta do. That suggests I should not face that ogre yet, because I do not have another potion of life. Although, maybe if I identify a couple of these... Oh, paralysis. That's nice. If we get lucky enough to get, like, toxic gas... Descent. Well, that's not ideal. Won't be paralyzed anymore when I get down there. But I survived for now, so okay. Yes, come around the corner, you. I do not want to fight a centipede and a conjurer at the same time. It just does not seem like a good plan. Maybe if I go around this way, I can deal with the conjurer independently of the centipede. Okay, or the centipede independently of the conjurer. Whichever. And yeah, there's an ogre in that room that I just don't need to wake up. Let's go. Toxic gas, go through the door. I'm going to be hoping for Protect Weapon soon, but you never know. He's still wandering. Go in here. I hope he goes away. Okay. Gonna have to identify some things on this level. Here's as good a place as any. Alright, I know that I have the CN potion marked negative and not identified yet. So there are currently 4 positive and 3 negative possibilities for any non-magic detected unknown potions in my inventory. They could be telepathy, levitation, speed, fire immunity, none of which are high priority identifies right now. They could also be, negatively, caustic gas, hallucination, confusion, and creeping death. Of those, caustic gas and confusion are great to have identified for throwing. The other 2, less so. I think I might prefer to identify scrolls at the moment then. And the tactical considerations for where to position myself for identifying scrolls is different from with potions. For example, with scrolls, you don't really have to worry about whether it's got a door isolating it from the rest of the level. That's kind of important with potions that might be creeping death. But with scrolls, it's really a non-issue. Okay. That leaves Mr. Wraith. Let's find out what that potion is. Oh, lovely. Creeping death. Fortunately, I have incineration. Oh, I caught a break on that. Okay. Throw the incineration. I don't really want creeping death by the downstairs on this level. Later in the game, creeping death is not as big a deal, but at this stage, it could be trouble. Okay. If I find another strength or enchantment, I can let go of that spear. Because already I'm not having too hard a time with the centipedes I've been facing. why don't I just go ahead and poison this ogre because I can. That will do a serious number on its health. Oh, there's an ogre totem there. Kill that. Okay. Okay. Took a couple of hits there. But I made it. Should probably find a good place. This looks as good as any. And rest heal. Oh boy. Oh boy. If that spider catches me while I'm fighting these acid mounds, I am a dead man. Pretty close anyway with 3 acid mounds in a row. Okay, now the spider showing up in a doorway and getting caught by surprise by me, that's okay. That's not even the same spider, is it? There's another one. Lovely. Spiders are, at this stage in the game, very dangerous to me. I got lucky with that wraith that the direction it fled let me get a final shot in. Okay, the acid mound is now fatally poisoned. Okay, good. I think 1 shot of poison will be enough for the bloat. Question is there another way around to there? And I can't tell whether these two connect or not, but I need to go to this other one. If it doesn't connect, I need to go to it. And if it does, I can probably get there before... Okay, it doesn't connect. I was going to say before the gas wears off. Got lucky with that spider not seeing me. I've been lucky in several ways here lately. It's a little worrisome. I'm hungry and have no food. No, that never happens to me. How the heck do I get over there? Oh. That's how. Two scrolls of enchanting. There'll be food on this level. Okay, let's use the scrolls of enchanting on the war pike, because that's going to make a big difference to my lethalness against other monsters. That spear... Oh! I could trade that spear in for banded mail or a ring of awareness if I weren't low on food. And there's food right there. Ooh. Okay. Do I want to go upstairs and trade in the spear? Would I wear banded mail if I had it? I'm not going to spend my scroll of protect armor on wait, I got 2 scrolls of protect armor. So I could spend one on banded mail. Sure, let's do it. We're on depth 9 and we have to go to 4. It's only 5 levels. It's fine. Oh, I have to eat the food. I knew that. Also, I've got tunneling and should be paying more attention to where I can create shortcuts. Huh! The conjurer didn't even wake up. Probably should have brought the spear back up as soon as I committed to the warpike, but I was afraid I'd get stuck wielding the warpike after a centipede hit me. And, yeah, they start hitting you and then you start dying, and it's not good. Which do I want? The Ring of Awareness or the Banded Mail? I want the Banded Mail. Let's protect it. Realistically, the Ring of Awareness is the only thing I'm going to come back up for, and I'm probably not going to come back up for that. Realistically, the odds of coming back up for that are low. But there's no chasm I can jump in? Oh, there was a hole over here. Let's go for it. Okay, my armor is protected. So I can just lead that thing around. Why not? Of course, as soon as I say the thing I'd come back for is awareness, then I get this level where I start seeing things are getting darker, and what if I'm going to want light? I've also got a maple staff. Where did that come from? And have I attempted to identify it yet? And if not, why not? Okay. That's already got... Boy, that wisdom is really helping. It's even only a +1 wisdom. And it's just making a lot of difference. It's not like I'm trying to use the staff as my primary weapon or anything. But... okay, I don't care about the arrow turrets. Alright, how do I get over there? Probably past the downstairs. Is that really all? Oh no! Clear over here. Alright, we're gonna go up here and tunnel. Alright, I better identify something. What do I want to identify? Think this is a good place to stand if I'm going to identify a scroll, because it could still be summon monsters. But it was in fact Discord. Okay. Alright, depth 11. This is about the depth where things start getting pretty serious for me. Okay, that... Actually, I want to do that. Oh, come on. Alright, if I take that charm, the negation charm, I'm going to get turrets. This charm, however... Oh. I gotta identify something first. Crimson Potion of Fire Immunity. Okay. Do I want to deal with turrets for a +1 negation charm? I mean, I can negate the plate armor. Do I care? The banded mail doesn't even have a bonus yet, so I'm nowhere near being ready to upgrade to plate armor. Oh, confusion. Lovely. As long as nothing comes and gets me while I'm confused, it's okay. I think I'm just going to leave that +1 negation charm. It's not really a compelling item for me at this point when I've got inventory pressure. I might feel differently under different circumstances. I hope that's an eel. I think it is. Okay. Don't really want to mess with bog monsters right now if I can avoid it. Hungry and have no food again. Again, this is a thing that does not generally happen to me very much. Being hungry and having no food. Very rare for me. Okay. Caged. Okay, the Naga or the Trolls are both good allies. If I wanted an ally build, those are the kinds of allies I would want, not some ogre or something. Alright, I'm about cheesed off with all these swords. I've got my war pike. Why do I want to carry swords around? I know they could re-runic swords of something important slaying, but right now I don't care. Well, that maple staff isn't even tested yet. I gotta look for an opportunity to test that. See what it is. Weak with hunger and have no food. If I starve, I'm going to be kind of peeved, because that, like, never happens to me in this game. But there's just about got to be food on this level. I just have to get to it before I starve. I'm starving to death. Lovely. I'm going to tunnel through here. Uh-oh. Okay. This could be it, guys. I could die of basically starvation. Because I'm out of life potions. And I don't have any health charms. And my staff of poison is tapped out. I can try some of these scrolls and hope that one of them's teleport and lands me next to food, but nope, that was it. All that time I spent fooling around with the jelly crash is probably significant there, because I wouldn't normally have that situation. I'm going to pull that game up in a debugger later and see if I can figure out what caused that. But, be that as it may, I died. So, thanks for watching, and I'll hope to do this again sometime.